So these are the PPT of Group Z2039, the effectiveness of traffic CCTV cameras basis scheme for traffic management system in Tagum City. So I'm Michael G. Minmungala together with Mr. Brian P. Lagumbay and Jason H. Lumipak. Introduction. As a countries flourish and their economies expand, social concerns become more prevalent. Peace and order as well people's safety and security are two major concerns. Various psychologists might offer various explanations for criminal cases, yet even the most innocent person can see that crimes are everywhere. The usage of surveillance is one of these developments. CCTV is widely utilized around the world. On the streets, it is also required for a traffic flow monitoring and supervision. Many organizations and institutions have endorsed its ability to offer important information. College of Criminology Research Journal, Vol 7, 2016. In the Philippines, the most well uses of CCTV was the instance in which Magaspak's identity was disclosed. PO3 Magaspak, a traffic cop in Pasay, was caught begging truck drivers passing by the expressway for extra money. In terms of traffic infractions, property crimes, and crimes against people, CCTV is effective in crime prevention. The field of CCTV surveillance emphasize the important concept in security system designs using CCTV, such as the research of the scope of camera in the security project. In a broad range of scope, the range of surveillance camera allows us to determine the maximum range at which the images captured by the cameras included in the design will be appropriate. The primary importance of this study was to examine the effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera and determine whether it helps to achieve the intended outcomes in installing the CCTV cameras. And it serves as the basis of traffic management scheme in Tagum City to assess the effectiveness in terms of the wide range of scope availability, percentage of rule violators, and prevention of crime rate. According to the study literature, the primary anticipated advantage of CCTV is crime prevention, with the book of assessment examining CCTV impact by comparing crime levels before and after post-intervention periods. CCTV can also stop criminals through other means. Wills and Farrington 2009, increased offender arrest, increased natural monitoring, exposure, and improved citizen knowledge are all potential mechanisms of CCTV generated reducing violence. According to researchers Hill and Spriggs 2015, research recently reviewed 7 randomized and natural CCTV tests, indicating crimes decreases of 22% to 28% in city sidewalks and urban subway station, but no effect in parking facilities or suburban subways that differed somewhat from those. CCTV is one of the innovations that the government launched to prevent crimes. Furthermore, there have been no studies identified in Tagum City, so academics have stated that additional research is needed in the area. The researchers set out to determine how successful the services of the traffic management system located in Tagum City are in assessing the effectiveness of the community CCTV installation. The central theme of this research was the effectiveness of CCTV cameras as a tool for communal property safety and security. Significance of the study. The findings from this study can be used to determine what needs to be improved regarding traffic CCTV cameras, as well as the consequences that ensure a higher degree of fostering better work and improving more, as they represent the study's conclusion. Moreover, the outcome of this research may provide insights into the traffic management system scheme in Tagum City. We'll be able to know findings of this study will be beneficial to the traffic management scheme in Tagum City, as it will assist them in enhancing the placement of traffic CCTV cameras in Tagum City. Furthermore, this study would benefit the residents will be more responsible and responsive as a result of this study in terms of their action in creating and maintaining peace and order in their neighborhood through a community-oriented policing system. Future researchers, this will serve as beginning point for them in terms of expanding the scope of research in terms of variables examined and providing prospects for the study development. So research objectives. Number 1, to determine the level of effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera installation in Tagum City in terms. So first, wide range of scope availability. Second, percentage of rule violators. And third, prevention of crime rate. Number two, to formulate a traffic system scheme.
So, method. Participants, the respondents of the study are the residents of Tagum City. Residents are few of the most beneficial individuals to gather the data needed for this study. A random sampling technique will be used in determination of the total number of respondents. It is a stratified sampling technique where a group of subjects is selected from larger group of population in which relies on the random selection with each group. Each subject is given an equal chance to be chosen as part of the stratified sample. We choose Tagum City as our place to conduct our study in a reason that we need to see and evaluate the effectiveness of the traffic CCTV camera, which used as a basis for the management to really assess the system here in this place. And also, Tagum City installed many traffic CCTV camera in busy intersection and junctions for the centralized monitoring purposes. So materials. In this study, the researchers will modify adapted questionnaires and will be posted in Google Form to gather respondents and also to gather the related to the topic. The questionnaire will be administered by the researchers, which will be accepted as applicable to raise data to answer the specific problem of the study. The committee will validate then prior to the administration to respondents. The questions made will be based on the title of the effectiveness of traffic management system Tagum City. However, the researchers will employ the quantitative research to involve descriptive and accurate interpretation of findings. A descriptive method of research describes and interprets what are the revealed conditions and relationships and exist, practice that are prevailing and effects that are being felt on those trends that are developing. Design. This study focuses on quantitative data about the phenomenon in question. The quantitative part is a timetable for gathering data that allows the target respondents to respond of the questions. The data was gathered through the use of questionnaire, statistical tools. The statistical tool used in the study is the main which used to be employed in the analysis and interpretation of the gathered data to determine the level of effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera installations as the basis for traffic management system scheme in Tagum City. So results. Uh, Table number 1, level of the effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera installation in Tagum City. So here are the indicators. Wide range of scope availability, mean which is 3.91 is the 0.77. So the descriptive level is high. Percentage of rules violators, mean 3.90 is the 0.80 and high. Prevention of crime rate, mean is 3.88 and SD is 0.81 and high. So the overall is 3.90, 0.75 and high. So here are the results. The most effectiveness indicators that was observed in terms of the effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera installation in Tagum City was wide range scope availability. The emphasize the important concept in the security system design using CCTV, such as the research of the scope of camera in the security project in the broad range of scope. This was followed by the indicators of percentage of rules violators, with the second highest mean of 3.90 with a description equivalent of high and standard deviation of 0.80, which means that the effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera in Tagum City is much evident. And efficiently manages driver behavior and limit the incidence of speeding, hence reducing the occurrence of traffic accidents. Lastly, prevention of crime rates had the lowest mean of 3.88 with a standard deviation of 0.81, which comes up with a descriptive equivalent of high, which means that effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera in Tagum City is much evident. It was proved that primary anticipated advantage of CCTV is a crime prevention, with the bulk of assessments examining CCTV impact by comparing crime levels between post and intervention period.
Proposed for an intervention scheme on the level of traffic CCTV camera installation. Key result areas, wide range of scope availability. Objectives, allow us to know the distance at which we can count on an adequate capture of the image of the cameras provided to identify a face and a license plate to give awareness of the residents. Expected outcome allow us to keep an eye on what's going on and around the city. Cameras monitors enable to view events live and records achieve footage for later reference. Person involved, traffic management officers and residents. Percentage of rules violators. Objectives to examine whether the percentage of rules violators increase or decrease. Strategies activities. Activity engaged with different activities regional bodies in states to show the protection and promotion of human rights contribute to more effective conflict prevention, conflict management, and post-conflict space. Expected outcome. Information about the risk and provides a safe and orderly flow of cars on the road in the highways. In addition, traffic lights also ensure the safety of pedestrians crossing the road. Persons involved, traffic management officers, residents, commuters, and students. Prevention of crime rate. Objective any activity by an individual or group, both public or private. Strategies activities. It was highly effective in crime prevention, especially crime against person and property, by recording the scene that can help in solving the report. Provide that one of the best way of crime prevention as the criminal cases decrease proportionally as more traffic management officers and residents. Conclusion. And Rubik 2012 said the field of CCTV surveillance is currently widely employed in a variety of applications, including town center monitoring and accurate picture evaluation by a human observer. Is a critical component of a CCTV system, and its performance is determined by a variety of factors involving both technical and human elements. Human qualities, operators, competence, and motivation are all important factors. In 2015 as a having an impact on CCTV effectiveness as an equipment related of rules violation, vulnerability, and prevention of crime rate. In order to achieve the intended results from community publishing, community safeties in policing is necessary to develop atmosphere in which collaboration and assuring accountability with the community are part of the process. Collaboration on netizens' perception of CCTV efficiency work and satisfaction of people. Recommendations. After questions review of a discoveries of the study and the relevant conclusion drawn in a continuing recommendation are offered. Since the level of the effectiveness of traffic CCTV camera installation described as high, it has to be set lower to help target preventive issues for those that risk of harms. Crime issues or interventions for those partaking in risky practice. Through this intervention scheme, the ratio response rate of respondents did not decrease across the question given by researchers. Moreover, their answers are probably the same and equal regarding their experience provided by the respondents. The results are explained in terms of the experiences in current situation that the residents of Tagum City observed and also to the researchers.